topic is learning how to measure. So in olden days, people want to measure some lengths like the cloths or a field. They use a blunder usage like taking a long stick or using a hand span, etc. So with those measurements, the measurements are not clear. So they didn't get that exact measurements. So if you want to buy a cloth or anything, whenever you went to a shop, so you must have a clear measuring unit to measure either for length or for mass or anything or any physical quantity. So it should require a measurable unit. But in olden days, the clear measurement is not possible. So they took a blunder unit, like as I already previously said, that a foot by using palms or taking a long stick to measure an agricultural field. Clear? So with that they didn't get that exact required either it is length or mass. So in olden days, people used it to measure with the help of foot span. Foot span is nothing but our foot, 1 foot, right? And hand span, like it is the hand span, and cubit. Cubit is nothing but the length from the joint to elbow joint to and the tip of the middle finger. That length is nothing but cubit, right? So if you want to measure the length of the board, we may use hand span 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 2 fingers. 5 hand spans and 2 fingers. Or if you want to measure by using this cubit, 1, 2, nearly 2.5. The length of the board is 2.5 cubits. So I measured this length of the board as a 2.5 cubits or 5 hand span 2 fingers. So if the length of the same board is measured by another person, like the person may be short person or long person. So depending upon the persons, the length may varies. So we cannot get that exact length by using foot, cubit or hand span. So the length may changes from person to person. So let's say a small story how the scale was invented. So in olden days, many hundred years ago, people used to measure the distance with a hand, cubit or foot span, right? So one day a very tall man went to a shop to buy a new cloth, some cloth, right? He asked for 3.5 arms of the cloth. So 3.5 arms of the cloth. So the shopkeeper measured 3 arm length and then added approximately another half of the length. So the man felt that shopkeeper had cheated him because of the person who bought the cloth is very tall. So the height of the shopkeeper is lesser than the tall person. So he measured the cloth with his arm and found that cloth was not even 3 arms because shopkeeper measured 3.5 arms, but the person is tall, so that he got, while measuring the length by himself, he didn't get not even 3 arms. So if you observe here, he measured 3.5, but the tall person measured less than 3 arms. So what is the difference? So he measured by using arms so that the length varies because of the person to persons, the length, the size of the arms or size of the foot, size of the hand span varies, right? So he told that shopkeeper that the length of the cloth was less than 3.5 arms, so when measured by with his own arm. So that the shopkeeper replied that his own arm was the standard for measuring the cloth. So the measuring the cloth from shop to shop or person to person may varies. That's depending upon the size of the persons, right? So they both argued about whose arms was to be taken as their standard values. So in those days, people are arguing over measuring these lengths, right? So they use measuring the lengths of the field with their ropes, or hundreds of other things must have been a similar fight. So with this, finally some sensible people got some idea together and decided to have a scale to fix a length. So from that, the sensible persons like some intelligent persons got some idea to measure the length. We must fix a particular unit for length. So in order to measure the sub-units, they marked this scale with these several small but equal of distances. So they even decided that everyone would measure the length with this scale only. So they used wood and metal to make scales of the same place. So after arguing, after getting some more arguments among the people, so some sensible people came to decision that we must use a standard unit. We must use a standard length, fixed length to measure one unit. So they decided and made 1 meter length of wood. They don't know exactly, but they decided and they used this particular length, which makes us a 1 unit length, which makes us 1 meter. And again, this 1 meter is again divided into 100 centimeters. 100 centimeters, right? So again, each centimeter was divided as 10 millimeters. So with this, they can measure the exact values of length, right? So at some places, people decided to use distance between the nose and tip of the middle finger. So from nose to the, if we raise the hand like this, the distance from tip of the nose to the middle finger, they make as 1 yard. They made as 1 yard, right? So once be online, right? So the distance from tip of the middle finger to the nose, they marked as a 1 yard. So they used wood and metal to make scales of this length. So for measuring the 1 yard length, they used wood and metals, right? So again, this 1 yard was again divided into, so tip of middle finger to nose, they decided the length as 1 yard. Okay, so this 1 yard is again divided into 3 feet, right? 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. Again, this 1 foot is again divided into 12 inches, or 1 foot is divided as 30 centimeters. Clear? So like this, the 1 yard is divided into separate divisions, right? So in the same way, other countries in the world also made their own scales, because each country had its own scale which different from others, so it led to a lot of problems, right? So for example, if a person went to one country, from one country to another country, so in our country we measure like this, the tip of middle finger to nose, we call it as a 1 yard, and this again 1 yard is again divided into 3 feet, so 1 foot is equal to 12 inches and 1 foot is equal to 30 centimeters. But in other countries, so the length, measuring the length may varies, because we have our ideas like this and we decided the length like this, but the person to person ideas may change. So like this, the countries, different countries may use different methods to measure the lengths, right? So this leads to a problems to measuring the length from countries to countries. So finally, in France, it was decided that the certain length of rod made a special material by using platinum iridium. What is the metal? The metal is combination of platinum and iridium. Clear? So the length at a particular temperature, platinum iridium metal at a particular temperature, it is taken as a reference and they measure it as a 1 meter, right? That material at a particular temperature of platinum iridium, and they decided the length of this metal is a 1 meter. So again, this 1 meter is divided into 100 equal parts and they name it as 100 centimeters. And again, each centimeter is again divided into 10 millimeters. So this is the reference which is taken, and this unit is measured all over the world. This is the original scale and it is preserved in France Museum. This platinum iridium material at a particular temperature. So the length of the platinum iridium material at a particular temperature is taken as a reference, and this is still, it is saved or preserved in France Museum, right? So we are using so many instruments like that. Depending upon the length, measuring the length, we use the typical measuring items. Like if you want to measure the length of the chalk piece, we will use scale, right? If you want to measure the length of the wall, what will you use? We will use measuring tape, right? If you want to measure the length of the thickness of the nail, we will use vernier calipers or screw gauge, right? So that's measuring the item or measuring the object or measuring the physical quantity, the length of the physical quantity, the instrument we use may vary. So if you want to measure the distance between two cities, Visakhapatnam and Hyderabad, so what is the unit? Can we measure the distance between Visakhapatnam and Hyderabad in millimeters or in centimeters or in meters? So of course we can measure, but these units are very, very small, so when compared to the kilometers. So that we are using the units from Visakhapatnam to Hyderabad in kilometers only. We are not measuring the units in millimeters. Of course we can measure, but while compared to millimeter, centimeter and meter, kilometer is the best unit, right? So in this way we will use different units to measure that, depending upon the measuring physical quantities. So there is a question, how do you measure the height of your classmate using a meter scale? So there is a question like this. So the meter scale is fixed, right? So the scale is fixed to a wall up to some height, like 1 meter, 2 meters, 3 meters, 4 meters, 5 meters or 6 meters. So ask your friends to come and stand near to the wall, right? Your friend, for suppose you ask him to stand here, so and take a plan or book, keep that object plan exactly on his hand, right? So ask your friend to come out from that place, and the place where you place the exact plan or book on the metal scale that gives the exact length. So 3 meters 100 centimeters. So in that way you can measure the height of your friend, right? So and also that there are some precautions you must take care while measuring the length with the meter scale. For suppose, let's imagine it is the scale, right? So if you want to measure any object, the length of any object, right? By using this scale, I am measuring the length of this object. So some precautions we have to take care. First precaution is the scale should be placed exactly along the length to be measured. Scale should be placed exactly along the object, right, to be measured. So we must place the scale exactly along the length, not in any different positions. We must place along the length here. Next, second point. 0 point on the scale should be coincident with the starting point of the length, right? So it is the 0 point of the scale, it should coincidence with the starting point of the length. Right? Next point. Our eye should be vertically. Right? Our eye should be vertically above the point of coincidence of scale where the measurement is to be taken. Our eye should be vertically above the point of coincidence. We must place our eye at the in vertical position where the points are coincidence. Clear? And fourth one, we must take care that ensure that the ends of the scale are not worn out. So the ends, like the markings on the scale, should not be worn out. That means should not be erased. Without these readings, we cannot find exactly the length of this object. Clear? Next, final point. So, if you want to measure this, so we may measuring the object roughly. Sometimes we may not get that exact value. So, to get that exact value, we must measure the length of the object twice or thrice. Right? So, if you want to measure the exact length, we may measure this twice or thrice. So, each and every time if you get that exact value, like here I am measuring the object is 8 centimeters. First time I used and I measured 8 centimeters. Second time that if the distance or the measuring lamp is not varying, so that is the exact value. So for our clarity and for accuracy, we must measure twice or thrice. So these are the precautions we have to take care while measuring the length of any object. So measuring the thickness of a coin. So how can we measure the thickness of a coin? So there is a 1 rupee coin. Right? So we cannot measure the thickness of that 1 rupee coin directly. So of course we can measure, but if you want to measure that, we can use either vernier calipers or screw gauge. But we cannot measure that thickness of the coin by using a meter scale. For suppose if we want to measure the thickness of a coin by using a meter scale, so here is the process. So take a table and fix a meter scale vertically to that to the table. Right? So it is 1 centimeter, 1.5, 2 centimeters, 2.5, 3 centimeters, 3.5 for suppose. Right? So that is the scale. So if you want to measure the thickness of the coin, we must take similar coins. Right? So here I am taking, let's take 10 similar coins. 10 coins and place vertically one by one near to the scale. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here I placed 10 coins. I want to measure the thickness of a coin. So that for my requirement I took 10 coins. The size number may increase or decrease. Right? So get the thickness of each coin. Is equal to, right, height of the coins by number of coins. So here the total height of the coin I got here is 3 centimeters. By number of coins I placed is 10. So 3 by 10, that is 0.3 centimeters. 0.3 centimeters. So the thickness of each coin is 0.3 centimeters. Clear? Or 3 millimeters. So in this way we can measure the thickness of a coin. Clear?